I was like, bro, you sure this the right house? He was like, nah, bro, this ain't even my house. I was like,
they rest and slide to the hard wanna fuck on man, live us a new Balenciaga. Dolce Gabbana, just Vinci just said we got it from Atlanta. She wanna fuck the pussy got blood all on my bandana.
And that's what I call high quality A2O.
that's that good stuff. You already know I got that drink in my cup. But what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ill Will here again today with another story time. I know it's been a minute since my last one. I'm trying to spread these out as much as I can. I don't want my channel overflow with the same type of videos all at one time, cause that ain't cool. That ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to expand my horizons, expand my viewership, and stuff like that, while keeping it fresh and all that good stuff. So, yeah, this story time took place about 3.5 to 4 years ago. So this was one of my friend's birthdays. One of my female friends' birthdays. She invited me and all our friends out to her little hotel party. And it was down the street from my crib. I wasn't going to go at first, but my mom went out. So I was like, hey, I'm not finna be in the house by myself. So I decided to slide out with them to the party. I believe they done stuff beforehand. I didn't. I just tagged along for the after party, you know, the after festivities. So I get a ride. I wasn't driving yet, was I? I don't know if I had my car yet. But anyway, so we pull up to the party. It's at a Holiday Inn down the street from my crib. Everybody know how those hotel parties get. I walk in the room, and mind you, it's like 10, 11 o'clock. And you know, if you've been to a hotel, hotels got strict policies on noise and curfews. It's not really curfews, but after a certain time of night, you have to be pretty quiet. So it was already late when we got there. So I walk in, bottles everywhere, bottles all over the place. I said bodies. Wasn't killing nobody. Bottles all over the place. Henny, Ciroc, everything that you can name, all over the place, bro. I kid you not. It was crazy. Mind you, I don't drink, so I wasn't taking part in none of those festivities. I do not drink. I can't get with it. If you drink, that's up to you, but I don't like it. Anyway. So I walk in, and everybody one day. It was a couple people in there. I walk in, you know, we say hello, we say what up, and all that good stuff. Chop it up, we talking, waiting on everybody else to get in. It was full and everything. You know, it was a nice little night to start out. Everybody get there, we playing games and stuff. Uno, the girls singing and dancing and all of that stuff. You know how those little hotel parties be. We was about to go swimming, but everybody didn't bring, swimming stuff. And also, since it was late, they was about to close within the next hour, 30 minutes or something like that. So we decided not to. We decided to play this game. I forgot what the game was, but it got pretty loud. So after that, we got a couple noise complaints. 5 minutes later, after we started playing that game, somebody knocks on the door, and he was like, go see what it is, go check it out. So we go check the door, and it's a security guard. And we like, whoa, we ain't doing nothing, we just partying. Who called it? What happened? They was like, well, we've got multiple noise complaints up in your room. If we have to come back, we're gonna have to kick you out. And we was like, whoa, kick us out? What we do? We ain't do that much. We was being young people, you know what I'm saying, doing what young people do. So we like, alright, we'll be quiet. We continue to do whatever we was doing beforehand. We wasn't even that loud, but I guess we were, obviously. And I believe it was children in the room next to us. They was probably trying to sleep. So we get back to playing. We trying to stay as quiet as we possibly can, but still, still turning up. But I mean, so 5 minutes later, no, not like 10 minutes later, we get another knock on the door. We're like, oh, Please don't beat them. You know what I'm saying, like that. And this time it is somebody that works for the hotel, and they like, I'm sorry, y'all. We're gonna have to ask y'all to leave. We told y'all if we had to come back, we was gonna have to kick you out and all of this good stuff. So now we all heated. What we finna do? Where we finna go? It's still early. It was like 1, 2 at the time, anywhere from between 12 and 2. So we all get kicked out. We helping my friend pack up and stuff. Everybody getting the bottles and stuff, getting them up out of there. And we trying to figure out what we finna do. It's still like, it's fairly early at night, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, well, I got OT open tip. The house was free. My mom's gone. I don't know what time she gonna be back. I know it's gonna be late. She told me it was gonna be real late, and there was a possibility that she was spending the night. So I called her to see where she was at and make sure she wasn't coming back. She wasn't coming back, so I was like, alright, let's go to my crib. My house is free. Y'all could do whatever y'all want. Bring y'all bottles. Just make sure that y'all do not mess up my house. Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. So they was like, alright, we got you. We ain't gonna do nothing. We just gonna, continue doing what we was doing. So, we get back to my crib. We set up the station and the Xbox or whatever in my living room. It was chill. We was playing a game. The guys was playing a game. The girls was in my kitchen drinking and playing party games and stuff like that. We ordered more food. We decided to order some sharks. We get that delivered and stuff like that. After an hour or so, people started getting drunk at this point. The liquor started hitting them. And this is where the night gets a little weird. I noticed one of my guys was getting really, really drunk. He was. I could tell he was playing 2K, and he was not. He was just doing dumb stuff. You can tell when somebody's drunk based on their movements, their talking. He was slurring and all of this. And mind you, he's like 6'2", 6'3". He's a big guy. So, yeah. My kitchen, I had high ceilings in my house at this time. That was not this house. This was years ago. We had fairly high ceilings, but in my kitchen, over the table, we had one of those lights with the string hanging down, but it's a light right over the table. So I noticed when he was playing 2K that he was starting to get drunk. Then they get to playing a party game, a real party game. Like it was a lot of drinks going on, a lot of stuff going on. I was like, please just make sure that you do not mess up my house. So what these fools decide to do, these fools decide to play an action game, Well, they actually have to do movements and stuff like that. It was a card game. I forgot what it's called. I don't drink, so I don't know. My man's who's tall, who's huge, my huge buddy, it was a time when they had to like jump or whatever. My guy jumped up and hit his head on my light, and it started shaking. I'm like, bro, relax. I told you to relax, y'all. I was like, y'all, please don't have him doing too much. Please don't. I was begging him, and they was like, we got you. But mind you, everybody else drunk at this point too, so they wasn't paying me no attention. Then they decided to do jumping jacks or whatever and start doing all type of movement. In my little kitchen, my kitchen had an island, so it wasn't that much space in my kitchen to begin with. Mind you, it's at least 10 people in my kitchen right now. 10 people in the kitchen that small, that ain't gonna cut it. So they do jumping jacks or whatever, and he was moving all over the place like one of those things in the wind at a new store, whatever. My man's, he knocked the picture off my wall, bro. He knocked the picture off my wall. Fortunately, it didn't break. I was like, alright, bro, you have to sit down. I made him sit down. Everybody else was cool at first. So I get him settled. I get him a cup of water with some ice in it to make sure he was like, I don't want no fucking water. Why you ain't put no ice in it? I didn't have no ice made at the time. My ice maker was broken. I didn't have no ice. So I just gave him some cold water. He was like, I'm not drinking this shit. So I took the cup. I was like, bro, you gonna drink this. I made him drink it, but it didn't do nothing. So after this, He just started tweaking. He taking out his wallet. He throwing his money. He got his shoes all, and everybody FaceTime about some kick check. Everybody, let me see what you got. He's a sneakerhead, so he got some fly shit. My guy was tweaking. My guy was drunk. So after I get him settled, we playing this other game, and this other person who was uninvited to my party, not my party, but uninvited to my house. She was a friend, but she came in unannounced with her boyfriend, who I had never met up until this point. He just walk in with like, what up, bro? Take chicken and leave and go outside in the car and smoke. I wasn't mad that he came because he wasn't there for that long. I was just mad that he came and took chicken without asking. He just came in, took some chicken and left, bro. How that work? You ain't even, man. I was kind of upset about that. So one of my other guys pull up. He come in to get some chicken, and then he slide outside with the rest of them and, smoke or whatever in the car. So at this point, I'm like, alright, I need to get everybody outside, get them some fresh air and all of this good stuff. Everybody needs to cool out, cause it's getting crazy. It was getting hot in there. It was crazy. So I get everybody outside. Then Tall Buddy get to, at that point he was like, oh man, I love everybody, I love my guys, and I love this and that and all of that stuff. So people were starting to get irritated with him at this point. So one of my guys, who Tall Buddy, he walked up to Tall Buddy and was like, bro, you cool, whatever. He was like, yeah man, I'm good, what up, what's good, and all that. He started hugging on him and all type of stuff, bro. And he was like, bro, chill out with all that. Relax, bro. You good. Just relax. He like, oh, man, my fault, bro. He get to stumbling. He failed, bro. He fell in my grass. And took out his wallet again and decided to start throwing money. And he was like, bro, take my money. I don't care. I'll make it right back tomorrow. And this and that, bro. I was dead, but I was kind of upset at the same time because he was tweaking. It's like 3 or 4 in the morning. This is a quiet neighborhood. This was a very quiet neighborhood that I lived in at the time. And I'm thinking, bro, you have to... Okay, now I got to get him inside the house because if somebody called the cops... We were underage at the time. We were 20. We weren't 21 yet. We were like 19, 20 at the time. So we were technically, not supposed to be, But everybody does it. So I get him in the house. It's time to wind him down. It's time to get everybody going up out of my crib at this point. I'm tired. I'm tired of people. I'm ready to chill. I'm ready to get fools out of my crib. Everybody, a couple people that had to work the next day left. Were gone by this point. But there was unfortunately, one of my guys who also doesn't drink was there with me to help out. Shout out my guy for that. He a real one. So I'm like, bro, help me relax him, chill him out so we can get him to the crib. Because he got to go. I'm not letting him sleep here. He can't sleep here because my mom will be back anyway. So he started to wind down. But he's still like fairly tweaking. He talking about some, bro, blah, blah, blah. Fine as hell, bro. Oh, man. All of that. He just spilling out all his feelings about somebody, to not be named. But he just throwing out all type of feels, man. So I'm like, bro, relax. We recorded him because he was saying some off-count stuff, and it was hilarious. So I'm like, all right, what we got to do to get you relaxed? I hand him a paper bag because he looked like he was finna blow. A plastic bag. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, he... a little bit got on my carpet. I was like, oh man. At this point, I'm like, bro, you're going home now. We're taking you home. So what we decided to do was, at this point, everybody else cooled down. Everybody else coming down. But he was really ducked up. It took him a minute. So I'm like, bro, he lived behind me, fortunately. He lived in the same development as me, so fortunately we didn't have to drive that far. But we took his car. I drove. Mind you, he's 6'2". So his car He's huge, first of all. I'm only 5'10", 5'11". At this point, I was 120, 130. I was kind of small at the time. I wasn't as fat as I am now, so it was hard picking him up. We tried to pick him up. We finally got him to the car. I drove. We set him in the back, and my other guy sat in his passenger seat. When we got in, my guy was like, "Bro, if you throw up on me, I promise you, I'm not playing with you, bro. I'm gonna fuck you up." I was like, "Bro, don't tell him that, and don't say that, because if he do, I'm gonna get irritated." So we got him in the car. I drove my feet all the way in. I had to. Man, it was so hard to drive that car. Like I said, fortunately, I only had to drive 2 blocks. I didn't know what his address was. I didn't think he was gonna be able to tell me. I was like, "Bro, what's your address?" He gave me his address. I pull up to the driveway and I'm like, "Bro, how are we gonna get him in the house?" Mind you, he's a year younger than us, so he really shouldn't be drinking. But you know, it happens. So I was like, "Man, I hope people don't find out, and I hope we don't get in trouble, because if they find out that you like this and we older than you, we supposed to, supposed to be better peers than this." But he was an adult, so he still, that's his responsibility. Anyway, we get to the house. He hand me his key. I'm like, "Bro, give me your key." We get him out of the car. He all over his car, all over his clothes, on the driveway, in the grass. I'm like, "Bro, oh my God." So I took his keys. I go to get ready to go unlock his door, and I'm like, "Bro, why is your key not working? Why the key not working?" I'm like, "Bro, come over here." He's like, "I can't leave him right here. He's over here leaning over his car." I was like, "All right, we just leave him over the car. Just lay him down. It's his throw up. He'll be all right." So we sit him down. He like, "Let me cheat." He try to get the key to unlock. The key not working. I was like, "Bro, you sure this the right house?" He was like, "Nah, bro, this ain't even my house." I was like, at this point, I'm done. I was like, "Bro, you just threw up in somebody's driveway. You just had us put a key in somebody else's doorknob. I hope they not up. Their lights was on." So fortunately for us, we got up out of the gym. We hurried up, percolated up out of there. That throw up was still in their driveway. I felt bad. So we get him to the right house. Same situation, get him standing up. My guy was like, "Bro, to be honest, I don't know if I want to. We should just get him the key and let him walk in." I was like, "Bro, we can't do that." Then we was like, "All right, this is what we gonna do. We gonna open up the door, put him inside, and we gonna hurry up and dip off." We open the door. He get in, and his grandma opened up the door, bro. She was like, "Is that you?" He was like, "Yeah, it's me. I'm drunk." We was like, "Bro, no, you didn't just say that, bro." He was like, "I'm drunk." We was like, we looked at each other like, "Oh, we might have ducked up." He straight up and told her he was drunk. She was like, "Well, I told you about that. I told you you're not supposed to be drinking over there, but this is what happened. That's what you get. I hope you learned your lesson." And then she came to the door. We tried to hurry up and dip off. She was like, "Who was that with you?" And he told her our names or whatever. We walk back to the door. She was like, "Thank you for bringing him home. I appreciate that." I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, it's whatever. We just being good citizens or whatever." I thought she was going to be upset. I thought she was going to call the cops. I was scared. I was startled. But that was a very crazy night indeed. I'll remember it forever. Crazy time, man. But I hope you enjoyed. That's it for this story time. Let me know if you had anything like this happen to you. Mind you, after that, I was like, I'm never having anything else in my house again. Especially not now that my house isn't nearly as big as that house was. So yeah, I was done after that. Never a party again in my house after that. Never probably will be. Or if it is, you can't drink. Drink before you come. But I hope you enjoyed. Hit that sub button if you like. Let me know if you want more story times. And I'm out.